Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. I'd like to proceed this lesson to give double honors to the apostles and elders of that millstone. In this lesson, I'm going to go into, what this current administration is doing, man. I'm going to just start from the right to left. Right here it says, crying kids yanked from beds and zip tied as 300 ICE agents raid Chicago apartment complex. Women and children reportedly zip tied during South Shore Chicago ICE raid. And it's just, there's different, CNN, the Grio, the Daily Express US, Time Magazine, uh, Block Club Chicago. All these different, you know, uh, websites are posting about this, man. And, oh, that's the spirit. I wanted to get into this one right here. Look, it says I'm just clicking, man. This is the one that caught my attention, man. These devils gotta pay for this, you know. And it reads right here by Raw Story. It says it was heartbreaking. Naked, zip-tied children dragged from homes in surreal ice raid. It says right here, just hours after President Donald Trump, aka Nero, said U.S. soldiers should use America's cities as training grounds. Federal law enforcement officials on Tuesday night descended upon an apartment complex in Chicago where witnesses say they broke down residents' doors, smashed furniture and belongings, and dragged dozens of them, including children, into U-Haul vans. Man, I'm gonna get the precept, man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasted of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhorred. Let me go down to the Psalms 10, the whole chapter is good, man. But let me just, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 8. This is the point right here. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He in this verse is talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man. His eyes are privily set. It says right here, let me go back. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. Talking about, you know, Jakes, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans. His eyes are privily set against the poor, which again, the poor is talking about you, Jakes. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Man, and what are we seeing here, man? You see? It says right here, you see, and just to edify again, there's 150,000 new ICE agents, man. In September 2025, the Department of Homeland Security announced that U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) received over 150,000 applications for law enforcement positions, with over 18,000 candidate job offers extended to help remove criminal illegal aliens from the U.S. This application surge was highlighted at the December 2025 ICE recruitment event, where applicants included veterans and fired federal workers, according to NPR. You know, 150,000 Americans, man. What is this, man? All this is because, it's prophecy, man. Judgment starts at the house of the Lord, man. Let me get that precept. And the Lord's already coming back. He's visiting, man, by the way of these things. First Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? You know, that's why, this is these raids. Let me see if I could just who are the ICE raids generally targeting? To see if it's not gonna show you, hey, they already got all these, AI and stuff, they got this stuff working for them, man, you know. But basically, man, it's not gonna automatically or like tell you straight up like, oh, this is who they're targeting, but they're targeting so-called niggas, Latino, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. SB 119, I think this is what it's called. This is it right here, man. They're passing all these draconian laws, man. But hey, they're doing it ultimately to to cause a civil war, man. So this is what it says: under existing law, a person may not lawfully possess a firearm if the person has been convicted of a crime of violence, a misdemeanor offense, or domestic violence, or a violent offense. So if the person is subject to a valid protection order for domestic abuse or is of unsound mind, this bill will further provide for the list of persons prohibited from possessing a firearm to include persons convicted of any family offense. You can just read that, but these laws are primarily targeting you, Jakes, man. Let's see, go back to. Can't find it left my mind, but this is mainly the point, man. All these things, all these raids is the Lord's vision of the earth, and He's starting judgment at the house of Israel, man. We just read it again. First Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them? What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? Let me see. Let me see how many. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. It says right here the numbers. See, I try to see how much. It says the number of Pacific ice raids in 2025 is not publicly available at a single aggregated figure, but the Trump administration has been increasing immigration enforcement with the goal of arresting 1,200, 1,500 people per day through raids across major U.S. cities, man. You know, hey, they're just giving a little low number, man. In reality, they're locking up thousands of jakes, man. But with that,